Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the InnerCityGeeks podcast. It's Steve here. I figured I'd throw in a little DX, a
Yeah,
little Billy Ass from back in the day. How's it going? Steve here, and joining me today for episode 188, or 288. Jeez, why
288.
did I say one? Yeah, 288. I got Brian.
What's up, guys? Let's get ready to suck it.
hopefully we don't suck. Hopefully we're not the
No,
ones
no.
doing the sucking. But
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 I
yeah.
got I got a question for you, Steve.
What is the question, sir?
Are you ready?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm ready. How's it going, man? How's your week been? How's everything treating you?
Not bad. Apartment hunting. So you're not gonna get to see my laundry soon, hopefully.
Hopefully, let's cross our
Um,
fingers. Even though laundry's not a bad thing. It's not bad to
no.
have laundry around.
At least we're clean.
Yeah, exactly.
Things are
That's the
good.
good part.
Yeah.
Good.
Uh, as of earlier today was day 19 of DDPY.
Yeah.
I'm sore as fuck right now.
Oh, of course. But like I was telling you earlier, that being sore as fuck means that you're doing it right.
Exactly.
Because if you're not sore, that means you're not igniting right.
Right. What a rush.
Yeah, what a rush.
Uh,
Oh, so much
s-
wrestling talk. I love
yeah, I know. Well,
it.
today was something I was sort of like afraid to touch on the DDPY. I'm doing so I have the 2.0
hmm
discs, the beginner where it's like 4 discs. Like
Right.
starts with it starts with like wake up and breathing, and then energy, fat burner, and stand
hmm
up and red hot cores. Yeah. So the one I touched today was the last one on the program, and it was the double black diamond.
Oh yes.
And there's this move where like he has you incorporate like biceps, triceps, and chest all like in like repetition.
Jesus. Okay.
It's like it's kind of like a four method, right? So
Okay.
push down, pull up, fly or not fly, or then like the punches.
Uh
Um, and like that alone, I'm like, oh man, I, f-
huh.
I feel like I actually went to the gym.
Yeah.
I missed the
That's how I
gym.
felt the other day when I did the
The
when I
fat
did the
burner.
fat burner. Yeah, because like that's one that I'm not used to doing. The one that I usually do is either the wake up and energy, and that's
Hmm.
pretty much it. Because
Yeah,
I like I wanna perfect that, and then work to get into the other ones.
that's how I was originally doing it. But I feel like I'm more of a go try it and then see what works for me,
Right.
and then especially because like I'm back into it, and this time like more determined than last time.
Absolutely.
So what I'm doing is I'm kind of giving myself a program weekly, especially that I'm doing it Monday through Friday, and taking the weekend off. I'm like, Monday is energy fat burner, Tuesday is like energy red hot core, et cetera, et cetera. Not exactly like that, but you get what I mean.
Right. No, I got you.
Um, so yeah, today was double black diamond. I was actually proud of myself. The only thing I couldn't do was the banana splits because I sort of like my junk where it is,
Yeah, that's yeah.
you know. And then there
No
was one or
banana
two moves.
splits.
No, there's one or two moves on there I didn't do also because I don't have the space because I still have like that baby barricade thing.
hmm
So, uh,
The baby cage.
the baby cage, yes.
No
Um,
banana splits in the baby cage.
no,
That's the
no.
episode title.
So, aside from that, I feel good. I feel sore, but I'm good.
Good.
Um, and then went for a walk with the kids earlier uh, to get milk, and that was a nice walk because a lot of uphill where I'm at, and it's a good like half a mile. So I did like a full mile because like you figure half each way.
Yeah, back and forth. Yeah.
Yeah, pushing kids and then later milk to add that
Pushing
extra
kids and milk. Yeah.
kids and milk.
Yeah. That sounds like things that ladies tend to do. You push out kids and you give out milk.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Um,
It's nature. It's nature, people.
mhm.
hmm
So, yeah. So basically that was earlier. I've also been watching stuff.
Nice.
You
Hooray
know,
for watchings.
hooray.
Yay.
Uh, let's see. I finally got around to watching the AEW awards.
Oh yeah, those were fun.
Those were fun. I love how Danhausen just kept showing up.
He just shows up everywhere. Like he hasn't even had an he's been there for what 2 months already,
About yeah,
and he hasn't had a single match yet.
right, because he's still recovering from his
Yes, because he's
injury,
still
which I
recovering from his tibula and his fibula.
yeah, and that
Uh,
it was like a right, it was like a freak incident at an ROH show.
it wasn't even an ROH show; it was an
Oh,
indie
it was an
show.
indie. Yeah, it was an
Yeah,
indie show. Right, right.
yeah.
Um, so watch that. It was good to see that like 85 to 90% of who I picked won.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the one that I was happy, the one that I was really happy more about everything that I picked that won was Sammy Guevara
Yeah.
for the breakout.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like,
Even though Sammy's been there since the
yeah,
beginning.
just for 3 years, yeah, like, and I picked it over this current year's match, if you remember, because him
Mm-hmm.
versus Cody, and I just
Yeah.
remember dropping the baby's clothes, like I need to rewind this, and that's
Yeah.
this year,
Yeah.
so you can only imagine what he did a year before.
Well, yeah, he had the blood and guts match was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the Stadium Stampede, the first one was insane. When he jumped
Yeah,
off of on top of the entranceway, he jumps off
yeah,
on top of Kenny Omega. It was crazy.
he's fucking nuts.
He's fucking crazy, dude.
And he admits it too.
Yeah,
I love that. He like does the I'm crazy side.
he does the fucking psycho shit. He's like, yeah, I'm
Uh
fucking nuts. Yeah.
huh. So aside from that, of course, watch AEW on Wednesday for Dynamite.
Oh yeah, which was
Um,
pretty damn good this week.
it was yeah, especially that it was like complete wrestling. There was like one promo,
Yeah, in the first hour was literally like
nonstop
nonstop
wrestling.
wrestling.
Like
Hmm.
the only promo you really got was what you had the Jericho Appreciation Society,
Yeah,
and then like Mox and Danielson talking after their match,
yeah,
and then like one other. Um, oh yeah, there was like the Guevara and Tay Conti thing about the title
which
belt.
was cute. Which was
Yeah.
cute.
So aside from that, I watched this really fucked up movie on Netflix
Uh-huh.
um, called Windfall.
Okay.
So it came out this year. Uh, it was the brainchild of Jason Segel, and he was like, "How do I come up with a movie where everybody's safe filming?" Because it came up with the idea in 2020, and so it's
Okay.
like, how do I come up with this? When it was safe to film again, it's like, how do I keep things safe on the set? And so therefore, the actors on the screen were in one location. Like it didn't leave this house.
Okay.
Or as far as it didn't leave the property. So like it went to like the land, but it never left that.
Okay.
And so basically, Jason Segel is a drifter, and he breaks into a tech billionaire's home. Um, uh, so he breaks into his tech billionaire's home, but like it starts out where he's like drinking orange juice out of the fridge and putting a cereal bowl away or whatever. And so you find out that he's not uh, the owner of that house. That the tech billionaire is played by Jesse Plemons, who's a fantastic actor on his own.
Hell yeah, he's fucking great.
He'll always be Todd from Breaking Bad,
Oh
but
yeah, for
he's done
sure.
a shit ton of other things. You're like, whoa,
Mm-hmm.
like he's a fantastic actor. And his wife is played by Lily Collins.
Okay.
So it's just really the three of them in this house for the majority of the film. There's like one other
Okay.
character, uh, like the gardener, who's also a familiar face. I just can't place the actor,
Right. Gotcha.
um, character actor. Um, but yeah, he's trying to escape, but he's he's like, well, there's now a security camera. How do I figure out? And like, it's just like this whole movie of him trying to figure out how the fuck am I getting out of here I'm gonna now rob them of like a lot more money than whatever I had stolen. Because he tries to like escape quietly when he hears them come in, and then it's like, oh, I'm caught, and then it's just the whole movie just unravels from that, and it's
Hmm.
worth watching. It's like an hour and a
Interesting.
half. Yeah, it's like an hour and a half. It has a. I thought it was gonna be like a dark comedy. There were some comedic vibes to it, but it
Uh-huh.
had a real Hitchcock way about it.
Interesting. Okay.
It had a very like thriller esque crime noir vibe. And if I'm I like classic movies, so like
Of course.
I'm into that sort of thing. And I thought it was really fucking spectacular.
Okay. Okay.
Um, all great performances.
I think I have to check
Uh,
that out.
yeah, it's pretty dope. Um, I I finished season 1 of The Punisher.
Nice.
Well, for those that you
You
that are
refinished.
I refinished for like the fifth time. This time it's
Yeah.
the first time on Disney Plus
Of course. In
to
its new home.
to
In its
to
rightful home.
in its rightful home. And fear not, friends, they did not edit a single fucking thing. It
Hmm.
was as brutal and gory as you remember Punisher
Yeah.
being on Netflix.
Yep.
Like I just the scenes alone, like the closing scene of the first episode,
Hmm.
what's call it, what's his name, Lewis blowing himself up in the fucking in the refrigerator, uh, just all the shotgun blasts to the face, everything you want in Punisher, it was there.
Yep.
Down to him, fucking pushing Billy Russo's face across the mirror of the painted ponies in Central Park. So,
Yes.
fear not. Fear not if you were afraid that Netflix was going to I'm sorry, that Disney Plus was going to Disneyfy it. No,
Hmm.
no, 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 no. It is
Yeah.
100% the same.
Yep.
It's just interesting when you pause it and like the menu pops up. You have the
Yeah.
Disney Plus logo on the top right.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's still a bit. Wait, the House of Mouse has blood and guts now? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So, which means that they should just bring over fucking Deadpool now. Just bring it over
It would be
instead of just
nice.
leaving it on Hulu with commercials. The fuck.
That's correct. I didn't see. I did not know there were commercials on that. I have yet to check out
Yeah.
those movies on Hulu.
Yeah. There's a lot of movies on Hulu that have that they're technically you'll see the full movie, but
Right.
they and it doesn't advertise it as it's playing. It because usually they'll give you like little dots. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be a commercial here, commercial there. It doesn't say anything. It just pops up.
Oh, that's bullshit. See,
Yes.
at least with the John Wick trilogy on Peacock, they're in full. They're not edited at all.
Oh no, it's not edited either. That's what I'm saying. Like it's not edited,
Yeah. No,
but
no, no.
the commercials just pop up.
Right, but what I mean is that the John Wick trilogy on on Peacock, it's the same thing. It's the full movie, right?
Yeah.
But at least there's dots indicating when a quick ad break is going to happen.
Yeah. No.
But to just go surprise,
Yeah.
it's like
Surprise, motherfucker. Yeah.
it's like one. Okay, dokes. So it's like 1 minute it's like Deadpool is just like, hey Francis, and the next thing you know it's like Geico.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I don't need that shit. I'll
Yeah.
find it on Cody. Uh,
Which is what I
well,
did too.
yeah. Well, I own the first one. I never bought the second one.
Yeah. See, because the reason I found that out is because when the Kingsman came out, the Kingsman
Oh,
came out.
the prequel. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, and that was on HBO, and then it was also on Hulu. And I was like, oh, I'll just watch it on Hulu because I was like, oh, I was already on it. And I was like, okay, fuck it. So I started watching it, and like literally like 5-10 minutes in, that's what the ad break just popped up. I'm like, what the fuck? At that point, I just turned it off from there and just went back to HBO. I was like,
I
fuck, I'll
don't
just
blame
watch it
you.
over there.
I really don't blame you.
Yeah.
Uh, what you call it? So like, I'm trying to think what else I watched. I know I watched a bunch of shit. Uh, wow.
It's okay. It's okay. It happens. You
Let's
watch a
just
lot of Elmo. That's fair.
Yeah, a lot of Elmo, but also let me think about it and have about a minute and a half of dead air.
No dead air today. We had dead air on the live show last week.
Um, so I'm gonna address this real quick. So like, you guys may have heard me say I was pissed at the trolls. So
Yeah.
last week we were trying to sign off and do our sponsorship stuff and thank everybody and telling us where you could find us, and
Yeah.
then a group of assholes decided to come on board and like start chatting shit about, I don't know, I don't even know
Yes.
what the fuck they were saying.
Yeah, they were
It
talking
was
about random shit. I was like, what the fuck?
random gibberish.
Yeah.
Uh, so that was a bit weird.
It was very weird.
So we apologize for that. But like I said, I guess we're famous now. We have fans. We're getting
Yeah,
trolled.
yeah, exactly. We had at that moment it was, I think it was 11 people came into the room.
Something like that. Yeah, 11
Yeah,
or 12.
and I was trying my hardest to just
I know.
block them and stop them from actually saying shit and actually just keep talking. But they just flooded the chat, and I just couldn't stop it all.
It was impossible. But,
Yeah,
it is what it is. It's over and done. Life goes
yeah,
on. Let's move on.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
Uh so I think that's about it for what I've been watching.
Okay.
Aside from like a lot of like just like video breakdowns and like wrestling news, which we'll
Hmm.
talk about in a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I got it. I think I got nothing else. Go for it.
That was
Uh,
great. That was great. Well, as for me, like I've been doing a bunch of shit. Of course, um, I went to I worked last weekend. Fantastic work weekend. The main reason why the episode went up late this week. Um, and as for work, what I did was actually I worked the innings festival that happened out here at Raymond James Stadium, and that was super fucking fun. The innings festival, I guess, happens every other year or so,
okay.
because it didn't happen last year because, of course,
Yeah.
all the shit that's going on. But I guess it happened the year before, and I didn't know about it. Um, and what happens is that it has it's of course innings. It's baseball, so baseball season is about to start.
Mm-hmm.
The preseason stuff's going on now. So what they did, they brought out a bunch of all-star players from the 80s and 90s until maybe the early 2000s.
Okay.
Um, they were out there. Super fucking fun. It was a really fun event, and then not only just that, but like being that it is a music festival as well.
Mm-hmm.
There were two different stages, and I worked one stage all weekend. It was fucking fantastic. The stage that I worked was the it was considered right field, and
Okay.
then the main stage was home plate.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they had another stage called left field, but that was more like a kind of like a Q&A stage or whatever, and which they only had like one or two Q&As the entire weekend.
From the imagery that you sent me, it seemed like how fancy of a word, imagery, not pictures. Uh, from the imagery you sent me,
Yes, yes, yes.
it seemed like you had a very good post. Like you
I
had
did, because I was working.
full view of show.
Yes, I had a full view of the show. First off, like, um, I was officially working the backstage area for my stage, which was the right stage or whatever, and I got to interact with pretty much every single band that came up.
That's great.
Um, the bands that came up on my stage were this band from Canada called Beaches, which is actually
Can,
really good.
can,
Really
don't
good
you mean
sound.
Canada?
Yeah, yeah, I did meet Canadian, but I was trying to be nice. I was trying to be nice.
I know.
I know. Yeah. This other band, I don't remember the second band's name. It was like within something, uh, uh, within Angels or some shit. They were pretty good. They were from the UK. They were a decent band. Um, then like the band that topped it all for me, that I absolutely loved, was seeing 311 live.
I didn't know they was.
311.
I didn't know they were still around.
They are still around with the same with pretty much the same lineup for the most part.
Wow.
Yeah,
I hadn't thought of 311 since like high school.
yeah, me
And I'm
neither.
and I'm like, what do we say? I'm like 24 years out of high school.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Like I'm 22 years out of high school, but um, but yeah, it's been a long fucking time, and the fact that they're still around, they're still kicking, and they put on a hell of a fucking show. That was night one. That was just night one, and then night two, um, it started out with the All Star Baseball Jam Band, and there I got to meet one of my favorite Yankees from back in the day. Well, one of my favorite Yankees, period. Because of course I haven't really watched baseball and really paid attention to any of the players now.
Same.
Um, but I got to meet Bernie Williams.
Was he there because he played cello?
Probably yes. No. He brought his guitar
Okay.
with his amp and everything.
Nice.
But everybody else was there too. That they literally all stars, all people that's played in the league were all playing, and they
So,
sounded really good.
and you said you got to meet him, right?
Yeah,
So, like, did you tell him you're from the Bronx?
I I was going to, but they were rushing him onto the stage. I was like, ah,
Oh,
motherfucker, but
so
it's okay.
we both had an incident where we didn't tell a certain New Yorker that we're from New York
Yeah,
while we're
yeah,
not there. Me
yeah,
with the Beastie Boys thing.
yeah, exactly, exactly. But
Hey,
it's okay, it's okay.
I'm halfway back to New York. Fuck, I didn't mention I'm from the. Yeah,
Pretty
you
much.
know, I'll never live that down.
It was fucking dope. It was really fucking cool. Like I got to meet Bernie. It was fucking dope. I got to actually they actually had a female vocalist with them, and she was actually really good too. And she's from I think it was Memphis, Tennessee, or something like that. She
Okay.
was really good. She was a really good vocalist. And she has another band, but I didn't ask her what it was, but she was cool. She was cool. I got to speak to her for a little while before they went up on stage. Then on like followed up on that on my stage, I was super surprised because there were tons of other people that were supposed to be there.
Right.
But on my stage, all of a sudden, I hear this music. I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool. It sounds pretty dope. And then you start hearing the Jamaican shit. I'm like, huh? I was not expecting it. And who it was Skip Marley, one of Bob Marley's sons.
One of his like 8,000 children.
Yeah, one of his 8,000 kids. Um, and he was fucking fantastic,
Yeah,
fucking fantastic on stage.
all of his kids are
Yeah,
like all the ones I've seen anyway.
right. Like I've never really followed a lot of a lot of Bob Marley stuff or anybody else
Yeah, yeah,
from his thing. But the fact that he went up there and he performed a couple of Bob Marley songs, I was like,
yeah.
good shit, good shit. It was awesome, and it sounded great. He was really great live. Like he brought up a female singer with him, did a duet type thing. It was really
Nice.
good. He was really good live. And then the band after that was something from the '90s that I don't fucking like. I never thought I'd see them fucking live. Fucking Google Dolls. Like
Yeah,
I was completely blown away. I was like, wow, they sound really good live. And the fact that the lead singer
yeah.
looks like
Johnny
an old
Resnick.
lady. Yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah,
looks like he really got heavy in that plastic surgery, and he looks like a cross between an old lady and Jigsaw from like
yeah,
Punisher
yeah,
Warzone.
yeah. But the thing is, from what he said on stage was like, it's not just a plastic surgery that happened. What happened to him, for the most part, was that he was affected a lot during the pandemic and during the shutdown and everything, to the point that he was very recluse in his own place, not going out, not seeing anybody. So that's what kind of made him get like his whole skin gets sucked into his face. Yeah, he looked like a
What was the
skeleton. On.
what was the joke I called? I said he's like Hush from Batman.
Yeah, pretty much, pretty much.
I, c- I could have probably also said, "Oh wow, Caitlyn Jenner's on stage," but
Yeah,
then I'd get canceled for that.
yeah, absolutely. But I actually like. part of the band was their bassist kept walking by me like every other like throughout the entire show.
That's great.
It was fucking cool. Like he was walking by me. I was so up to him a few times, and he was really cool. He had like for a second I was like, what the fuck? And then I look at him. I'm like, okay, I recognize his face. And what threw me off was that he had long hair, but
Hmm.
it was like a purple color.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, you're that guy. And yeah, I got to
Is
talk
that
to him
the
for a second.
is that to do with the glasses?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. He was there. It was good, and they sounded really good live. I was
Uh,
so fucking surprised.
they're on my list of bands I would love to see live, especially
Yeah.
because as I brought it up to you, when you had texted me the picture, the imagery, the imagery.
Yes.
Stroke my chin beard.
Sure, sure, sure.
Yeah. Uh, so like
Your man main.
my man main, I like that. Uh, so like when you had sent me that, like I was sort of jealous because like Dizzy Up the Girl had like every
Hmm.
hit on that album, starting with Iris, then it had
Yep.
Slide, Black Balloon.
Yep.
Shit, I'm blanking on the tracks, but like the
They
whole album was
performed.
great.
They pretty much performed all their hits,
Yeah.
and they closed out with the fucking song from that soundtrack
What you
from
talking
the
about?
fucking the
City of
soundtrack from the
Angels.
yeah.
Yeah. So Iris, that's the
Yeah,
song from.
they
Yeah,
finished out with that one.
that's
I was
great.
like, it's fucking great.
Did they? I forget. Did they do? Did they do Name? That was like the original hit.
Yep.
That still one
They
of the
did
best
all, like I
songs.
said, they did all of their hits. I was like, fucking A.
That's great because they know what the fans want.
Yeah. And
You know,
they
like
actually, because at one point they said like we're not letting anybody up there because a lot of the artists were coming up and they were like, yo, we're not letting any artists up here. No artists
right.
coming up to check it out. The only people that come up are people that had specific badges to go up there.
Yeah, yeah.
So I had to stop the people to go up to the stage. And the people that actually had those badges were brought by a specific uh a handler for them because it was they were super fans that were able to go up on stage with them.
Got it. Was that
I
why
was like,
you were able? Was that why you were able to stop the lead singer to Incubus?
that was the night before for 311.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay.
I was gonna say like the night before I was gonna say that all the other bands that pretty much performed. Um the night before was David Duchovny
Right.
from the fucking X Files. He has a
Californication.
band, and
Yeah,
Californication. He has a band. It's not that great, but
yeah.
it's not that bad. But it was cool to see him at the show. Um, then who else was it? Then on Sunday they had Jimmy Eats World was there,
Huh.
which was fucking cool. They played on the main stage.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Incubus played night one before Green Day.
Okay, I
I'm
can
not a
see why
fan of
that.
Green Day. I'm not a fan of Green
Yeah,
Day. Like,
I like select songs.
dude, just give me the hits. I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't need new songs. I don't, and even at then, like, it's not a band that I actually like. Oh my, I have all their albums. No, I don't. I don't.
No. Yeah.
I probably don't even. I don't even think I have their greatest hits. I'm like, I'll just listen to it if it's there.
Yeah.
Kind of like
If it
like
pop.
the Rolling Stones. Like,
Yeah.
do I need it? No.
No.
Is it there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I appreciate it? Yeah, because they've done a bunch of shit in the industry
But
to influence a lot of people.
it's also when it plays. Can I skip it? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Do I need to listen to this song again? Do I need
No.
to listen to American Idiot again?
No.
Yeah, yeah, no. But it was they actually sounded really good from the other stage. I was like, okay, that's not bad. And what you were returning to earlier was 311. They also had specific badges for people to go up to their stage. They weren't letting
Okay.
anybody else, no artists, no anything, because there were specific photographers and everything that wanted to go up there. But they were like, listen, we have our own photographer, we have our own people that are going to be going up here. We don't want anybody else is supposed to go up there. And after Incubus performed, the lead singer was trying to walk over, and I was like, he came up to me, like I saw his face, like I saw him because he was without a mask, and then when he was going up to the stage, he put on his mask. He was like, "Oh yeah, look,
Yeah.
he showed me his lanyard because everybody had a little lanyard or whatever, like a little wristband. He was like, "Oh look, I'm an artist." I was like, "Yeah, I appreciate you. I like your music and stuff like that, but I can't let you up there." He was like, "Oh, why not?" And I was like, "Oh well, you don't have the right credentials to get up here." And he was like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah, can't let you up there."
So what was it? Did Mary have a little lanyard?
Oh, that was good. That was good.
Oh, you're welcome.
But yeah, he was sad, and then he he walked over to the side and he saw some of the dudes, some of the backstage dudes that were at the venue or whatever. He was like, "Oh hey," he was trying to call them and shit from down there, from the side backstage, trying to call them over, like, "Hey, come here." Let me. And then they were like, they would wave at him and then just laugh and turn back around. It was fun. It was funny. Um, it was a
Maybe,
really really fun event. Like I
maybe,
enjoyed it.
maybe if it was Incubus from like 20 years ago.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But well, they still performed the same songs. Like it was
Yeah, I know.
like, and I've seen them play live a few years ago
Okay.
when they like, I guess they had their reunion tour or like their comeback tour. Like I'm gonna say like 3-4 years ago.
Okay.
Out here they did it at the amphitheater, and I went. And I was like, okay, it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad show. It wasn't the
Hmm.
best show, but I'm used to heavier stuff. But but
Yeah.
I sat through it. I was like, fuck, why not? Um, but regardless, it was actually a really fun event. Super excited. Um, I got to see a lot of people. I got to enjoy uh, the hot ass fucking Tampa area because it was
What?
hot as fuck. Like at this moment, I don't know if you can see right now, but my nose is peeling because I got sunburnt.
I could see that a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, yeah,
But look at you. This year you got to work Tool.
yeah. Got to work too.
It,
Got to work a hockey game. Got to work the NFL stuff.
you got to watch cars get run over by trucks.
Yes, got to watch the monster trucks. I love the fucking monster trucks, dude. That shit is
Uh,
super fucking fun, dude.
I'm sure it's fun live, but
Yeah,
I don't think I'd ever watch it on TV.
that's fair. That's fair. It's super fun live. It's at the very beginning. It is loud as fuck because, of course,
The
all them
engines, yeah.
trucks are making loud as shit.
The engine the engines are like apartment size.
Yeah, dude, the trucks are, some of them are apartment size as well.
Hmm.
Especially like, no, they're like New York apartment size.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Probably probably less rent though.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, yeah. Less for that, little more maintenance, but it
Yeah,
was worth it. It's fun.
But talk about a mobile home.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah,
ah.
absolutely, absolutely. Good job, good job.
I'll see myself out.
Exit stage left. um,
Uh
yeah, it's been really fucking fun. I'm loving my second set. It's my second job. And then actually tomorrow, yesterday after this episode airs, um, I'm gonna be working the Blue Jays preseason game against
ooh.
the Phillies.
Very nice, very nice.
Yes, yes, yes. So I'm excited. I'm excited. This is actually going to be not at Raymond James or at Steinbrenner Field, because Steinbrenner Field is literally across the street from Raymond James.
Right.
It's going to be at TD Bank Park or whatever.
Okay.
That's over at Clearwater,
Hmm.
because the Blue Jays, their home field is in Clearwater.
Right.
Their home field, I guess, on the preseason is out there.
But look at you working all these events now.
I like it,
It makes me miss my glory days.
dude. You can still do it, man. You can still do it.
I look, and as I said to you when we were hanging out with Tan and Alex and Mario, it's like I look more intimidating now.
Yeah, yeah. It
It's
it gives you a little bit more, a little
it's
more
yeah,
authority.
like especially like my neighbor the other day, or no, it was like a month ago. I was throwing garbage out to the front, and like I was rocking my AEW hoodie,
Hmm.
and I had my beard, obviously hair was like this, and he's like, "Oh, you work for AEW now?" I'm like, "No," but like I guess I have like the look of like I work there.
Yeah, Yeah.
Especially like I'm kind of walking with that like
I'm a
that New
security
York walk.
guard. Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I'm really highly considering redoing it.
Do it, dude.
Especially I've been looking for work. There ain't no fucking thing I'm qualified for. And if I am, there's not enough money.
Right,
I'm all about the
exactly.
money.
Exactly.
Money, money, money.
Money, 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 money,
Make
money,
it rain,
money, money.
bitches.
Dollars, dollars.
Are
Yeah.
we allowed to
That
talk about
was
Shane
that was a
McMahon?
shame. No. We can. Why not? Like
I mean, leading up in, Shane pre Royal Rumble 2022.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The good version of Shane.
The good version of Shane,
Well,
not the
technically, was there ever really a good version of Shane?
true. Well, when he was when he yelled at Kurt Angle while they were wrestling, saying, "Put me through that thing till it fucking breaks."
Yeah, yeah.
Old
That was
school
pretty badass.
KOR.
Yes. Yeah.
Uh, so before we, I'm sorry. Do you have anything else?
Yeah, I do. I do. I do.
Yeah,
I have a couple things.
yeah.
Um, I watched Scream, the recent Scream, and
Yeah,
I enjoyed the fuck out of it.
it was so fucking good.
It was fucking good. It was fun as hell. Like I enjoyed it because, of course, it doesn't take itself too seriously, which is what I
No,
love about a lot of these horror movies now.
but if you recall, ways back when we spoke about the upcoming Scream 5 or just
Yes,
Scream,
yes.
we went in skeptical. We
Scream
were
with a
like,
V and the M.
yeah, but like we went in skeptical, going like, okay, how are they gonna do this without Wes Craven?
Yep.
Like where's this gonna go? How many more times is Sydney gonna be fucking under attack? Yada yada
Hmm.
yada. But then, so my cousin inadvertently spoiled something for me, but I still didn't care. Because we all knew that infamous thing had to happen eventually.
Yeah.
Um, but going into this movie, I watched it. I'm like, okay, this is fucking dark. Like
Yeah.
this had a Scream and Scream 2 vibe to it.
Yep. Absolutely.
Like obviously 3 was a bit campy. When isn't a movie campy? It didn't take
Hmm.
itself seriously on purpose because it was a reboot, redo, yada yada yada
Yeah.
in film. Um, 4 took it sort of back to basics,
Right.
but it still had a lot of moments where it was just like,
It was. It still had its what the fuck moments.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then you have part 5 or
Yeah.
just Scream,
Hmm.
and like I was seriously blown away by how good it was.
I was impressed. I was thoroughly impressed.
Like,
What I liked about this one is that they redid that opening scene from the first one,
yeah,
but today,
yes,
how it would be today. First off, like nobody has a house phone, and they have a house phone in there,
oh yeah,
but nobody everybody fucking uses. She's like, what the fuck is this? Why is somebody actually calling the house phone?
right. It's like I I used to like poke fun at my mom for having a landline.
Right, exactly.
Like, you're the only one with a landline. Like, I
Yeah,
haven't had a landline since I lived here with my folks,
right, exactly.
which was the same landline.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like,
um,
just call me on my cell phone.
yeah, exactly.
No,
Oh, you're on a roll today, dude.
it's that yoga
I'm gonna
in
call you
me.
Butter from now on. That's what I'm gonna call you Butter. I'm gonna call you Butter because you're on a roll.
There you go. Look at
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I bet it's better than being called Butterface.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, at that point, you know you have a face for radio.
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Or in our case, a face for podcasting.
Yeah, exactly.
As and with my hair down and my beard and my Metallica shirt, I feel like I'm
Uh huh.
turning into like James Hetfield from that era.
Yeah. Sounds about right. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
um. Yeah, but Scream was good. Scream was fun. I'm kind of glad. I guess spoilers or whatever that the girl at the beginning didn't die in this one
Yeah.
because we usually when we go through the Scream movies, the first
Mm,
person in the movie fucking dies always.
right.
But yeah, she didn't die in this one, which was good. I like that one
That
because
was that was
I do like Jenna Ortega as an actress. She's been pretty good in all the stuff that I've seen so far.
and I'm excited to see her play Wednesday Adams,
Yes, that's gonna be fucking dope.
which we'll get more into that when we get into that later.
Yeah, when we get into the geek news, we'll get into that a little bit. Um, but yeah, it was I really enjoyed Scream. It was good. It was fun. And I love the fact that it wasn't too long,
No,
and
it's like an
it
hour fifty.
followed the rules.
It did follow the rules. Randy would be proud.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. It
Those
was
are the
good.
those are the rules.
Yeah, you know what I liked about it? The fact that, like, I guess a slight spoiler, that they were watching the original stab
Yes.
in it. I was like, okay, and then she was like, no, 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 and
Right.
then you see,
So
yeah,
slight spoiler, but they were watching the original stab at the ending, which sort of was like a copy of what they were watching when they
yeah,
were watching Halloween in the house.
hmm
Yeah.
yep,
Yeah. Really, like very well done. I
yeah,
applaud thee.
yeah, yeah. The writers did a really good job with this one.
Yeah.
I was very, very, very pleased with Scream.
Because as I said to you before we started the show, it's like these guys took Wes Craven's baby
Yep,
and they how do we do it without Wes and not fuck this up?
yep.
And it was so good that guys, you heard it here. Scream 3 will be officially coming out in March of next year. In fact, the
I mean,
projected
Scream
date,
6.
Scream 6, that's what I meant. Uh, the projected
March.
date
I
for
think it's in March 23, right?
yeah, I gave my cousin the exact date. March 31st, 2023 is what they're expecting.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So less than a year,
I'm ready for it.
or just over a year by like a week, right?
Yeah.
What's today's date?
Today is the 25th.
Oh, okay. So there we go. Less than a year.
As of our recording, is the
As of our
25th.
recording, less than a year.
Yes.
Um,
It's good shit.
good shit. I'm excited, especially because like now that I know that these writers took something that's precious to me and made it work. Because
Right.
like of all the like horror films are never my big go to in
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. I'm more like a thriller murder mystery kind of guy.
Right.
But to take horror movies and for me it's uh I'm gonna say Evil Dead 1, 2, and 3 for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's as one film because it's
Right.
just that good.
Yeah.
So
Well, even the thing about Evil Dead. Okay,
yeah,
going into that, Evil Dead 1 and 2 are the same fucking movie.
100% the same movie. And then the Army of Darkness is like yeah, but like if you take for me in no particular order, you take Halloween the original, The Thing the original, not that crappy reboot sequel.
It was a prequel.
Whatever, it still sucked.
Yeah, it wasn't
With
good.
the worst, the practical effects of the first movie still hold up. Okay.
Yeah, they do.
We're talking 1980.
Mm-hmm.
The movie's my age, people.
Yeah, old
Um,
as fuck.
old as fuck. Damn right. So if you take uh anything with Ash Williams, Halloween,
Yep.
The Thing, Psycho,
Mm-hmm. Which
and
predates both of us.
which predates both of us. And then Scream would be the fifth. Not in any particular order, of course, but um,
Can't forget The Shining though. Shining's great too.
Shining is good.
Shining is my absolute favorite horror movie. Period.
No work and no play make Jack a dull boy.
Period. That's right. Damn right.
But like anyway, so we'll add that onto the list. But like if
Yes.
you take this X amount of horror movies that are just cherishable moments in our lives of what we've
Mhm.
seen, they did Scream justice, and I'm happy for that. So the fact that we're getting a 6, now I'm on board.
Yep. And at this point, it kind of leaves it to fans like, yo, what are they gonna do? Because they've done so much with it so far. What's gonna happen for the next one?
Because you could technically take this film and not have any of the remaining original characters return.
Mm-hmm.
You could maybe bring back some of the survivors from the from this
Right.
one that were new characters, and just start your own new franchise. But as long as the writing is there, they'll make it work, and
Yeah.
I'm excited for it.
I'm excited for it too. Definitely excited for it. And
Right.
then the final thing that I've watched so far.
Yeah.
Today, just before we started recording, I watched this movie on Hulu called No Exit. And it is a really good uh, thriller. It's not necessarily a horror movie, but it's a thriller,
I like
and
thrillers.
it's good. It's really good. So the main story is basically this one girl. She's in a rehab center, and she finds out that her mom is dying.
Okay.
So they they don't usually let people out of rehab centers.
Right.
So she breaks out, and then as she's breaking out to drive to her mom, there's a huge snowstorm, and she basically gets pulled over, and they're like, "Yo, you need to like get off the fucking road. We can't have you on the road. You need to go and chill in this one area or whatever."
Okay.
And all madness ensues at that point because she gets into this lockdown area. It's nice. It's a nice little like a little rest area, and
Yeah.
we meet other characters in this movie, and so she's like, okay, this is cool. Like but she still wants to get out. She wants to drive away. She wants to go to you know go visit her mom before anything happens to her.
Right.
And she sees a van out there. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get in that van. I'm gonna go away because the van, is a little bit more reliable than the coupe that she had." So she opens up the van and she gets in and she looks to the back and there's a little girl in the back with tape on her face, on her mouth.
Shit.
So somebody in that little area, that little rest area, a little rest stop,
Mm-hmm.
has kidnapped a little girl.
Fucking hell.
So the story continues from there.
All right. Yeah, I'm totally watching this after we're done recording.
It's good. It's a good flick. There's only one person, well, two people that have like notability in this movie. One dude is a dude from the Allstate commercials.
Or just Serrano from Major League.
Yes, or him too. Yeah, I forgot he was in Major League. Yes, him and this one lady, I forget her name, but she's in it. She's good. Uh, she her and all the stories are all fucked up. They're all fucked up stories.
I'm intrigued. I'm gonna watch this when we're done.
Yeah. Um,
I'm gonna break out my Tostitos and nacho cheese like I'm at the
do
theater.
it. Do it. It's a fun flick. It's a fun flick. I'm not giving anything away. I pretty much just gave you, a brief little rundown of what happens before
You
within
sort
the
of gave
first 10-15 minutes.
you sort of gave like the rundown of like the final trailer of a film,
Yeah, pretty much.
where it's like, oh, there's shit that's gonna happen, but then there's a bunch of other shit that you're not saying.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
there's a lot more shit that happens, and it gets really intense. And I fucking loved it. I really enjoyed it. And the reason I watched this movie was because I was listening to This Might Help, which is a podcast with Matt Brogner, who actually saw him at his taping back in I think it was in the Gramercy back in the day.
Oh
He
wow.
had his comedy taping or whatever. And his guest was Brian Simpson, who I spoke about on the show. He had a Netflix special a little while ago. But he recommended uh, No Exit,
Nice.
and I really really enjoyed it. So definitely check out No Exit. It's really fucking good. It's real fun. Um, and it's slightly it's dark. It's a fucked up story.
I
So
I like fucked up stories.
yeah. It's a fucked up story because there's so much in there. You're just like, oh, why would they do that? Um, this the way that everything plays out towards the end. You're just like, shit. You just want like,
Well,
I want more.
well then that actually reminds me of one other thing that I did watch this week.
Uh
I finally got around to watching one of Liam Neeson's best taken not taken films
huh. Okay.
from 2014. It's on Netflix. A Walk
Okay.
Among the Tombstones.
Okay.
So Liam Neeson is a. It takes place in this originally takes place in the 70s. He's a cop, right?
Okay. Okay.
Uh, and he's an alcoholic. So like on the job, you see like he's in a bar. The bar gets robbed. The bartender gets killed, and he drunkenly grabs his gun and runs, and there's a shootout. Him trying to get the guy that killed the bartender,
Okay.
and then they show the iconic steps from your old hood, the infamous so-called nowadays Joker stairs.
Mm-hmm.
So it's filmed there for a minute, but then what you don't know is that Liam Neeson quit drinking that day because he inadvertently shot a girl in the face,
Oh.
in the eye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's
While he shot the guy, but it got her first, sort of
Oh, of
thing.
course. Yeah. Went through her to
Um,
shoot the guy.
yeah. So
Gotcha.
or like
Inadvertently.
a secondary shot right close to where she was what he got him. But either way, it caused him to quit drinking and retire from the PD.
Fair.
Fast forward 20 years, it now takes place, or roughly 20 years, it now takes place in 1999
Okay.
in Brooklyn, where
Where Brooklyn at?
Brooklyn at opposite end of the Verrazano Bridge,
Yeah. Yeah. Right next to Queens.
near Manhattan.
Yeah. Somewhat near Manhattan.
Yeah, do traffic,
Adjacent. Adjacent.
adjacent.
Adjacent. Yeah.
And you should have added the pow 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 sound,
Pew
like
pew pew pew. Yeah.
you know. Uh, so you then right, so it's 1999, and it's in Brooklyn, and David Harbour's in this movie.
Oh, okay. I
Where
like David Harbour.
he's a sick individual in this movie.
Nice.
He and his partner. So David Harbour plays a gay dude, and he and his partner, like his spouse or whatever, they um they kidnap women, but they dismantle them,
Hmm.
or should I say dismember them? It's more
Yeah. Yeah.
um
This. Yeah.
like
Because this mantle sounds just as bad
yeah, but like
as the actual act.
there's like one there's like one scene where he grabs, like it's showing you when he like kidnapped the woman,
Mm-hmm.
like the wife of this wife of one, like this one guy, and as he's like raping her or like attacking or assaulting her, you don't really see what he's doing to her, because the way like it like zooms so close. He asks the woman, which one do I get to keep, and referred to her breasts. In other words, he cut off the one that she didn't want.
Jesus. Okay.
And then it's like they put him. So this is dark. You want to talk dark? This is fucked up. But like, you see, like, it's all on location too. I'm really happy when they say like it's a select spot in this area. It's actually this area. A lot of the movies shot in Greenwood Cemetery in Brooklyn.
Oh, nice.
So like when one of the dudes is like the Fifth Avenue side, I'm like,
Uh
yeah,
huh.
I know exactly where that entrance is because you could
Yeah.
roam through the park,
Yeah.
through the grounds.
I remember. I've been there before.
And like there's one scene where like this other dude is like being tracked, and it's this apartment building called Ruth Court, and I'm like, I know that building, and it's like Ocean Avenue and like 19th Street and not really Kensington anymore, but like Ditmas Park, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know the area real because I used to live not that far from there.
Yeah.
Um, and like it's really cool, like that it's all like filmed here, there,
Hell yeah.
like the select things. But I won't go any further into detail because you got to see this movie because it's really fucked up.
Yeah. It
But
sounds fucked up, and it sounds like I want to watch it too.
oh yeah, there's your assignment for tonight. I'll watch No Exit. You watch all on the Tombstones.
Yeah.
They're about the same length.
Okay. Okay.
But it's really fucked up. It's on Netflix. Highly worth watching. It's one of the better not taken films.
I got it. Got it. Definitely be watching that soon.
He uses a set of skills, so it's okay.
Of course. Of course. It's only right.
Went outside the law to do the Liam Neeson stuff.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Like every time I see him, I'm like, why isn't he Judge Dredd?
He would have been good.
Yeah. Like just one of the older judges, of course. Now.
Yeah, yeah. So that's like the last thing that I remember watching this week.
That's fair. That's fair.
But while we're on the topic of Netflix, I'm gonna bring this up.
Yes. Bring on your ranty raves. What you got, dude?
Okay, you and I, a couple of months back on this show, talked about our love for Archive 81.
Yes. Fantastic series. Fantastic timey-wimey series.
Yeah, where basically the premise of the synopsis of Archive, if you guys aren't familiar, this dude is like a film restorer, and he gets hired by a private company
Yep.
to restore film of an incident that happened in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of other weird paranormal shit goes on.
Yep.
And it's dark and gritty, and it ends on a what the actual fuck that I just watched, but
Yep.
it's so fucking well done.
Yep. It's done really well, which is great.
And it was in the number 1 for a while, and in their top 10 for a while, and
Mm-hmm.
Netflix went and fucking canceled it.
Yeah.
Because Netflix does nothing but cancel good shows and raise
Yep.
their fucking prices,
Yep.
and now they want to, we're gonna crack down on password sharing.
Yep.
Fuck you, Netflix.
Yeah.
Stop canceling good TV and stop fucking renewing shit like Love is Blind. No one fucking
Dude,
cares.
what I was telling you, what nobody cares, but so many people want to see these fucked up lives.
Yeah, it's
because a lot of people that go on these shows are like super narcissistic, and they have fucked up lives. And what leads into this shit is the fact that they're so fucked up in general, and being fucked up, they all start drinking, and everybody's literally drunk the entire time.
But you know what I
And
mean?
you
It's
just
like,
see craziness happening.
but we signed up for Netflix for like the streaming stuff
Yeah,
of like not reality TV.
absolutely.
And now that's all you fucking see on this shit. It's like, come on.
Yeah, because
Like,
people
go
are
ahead.
used to see people want to see those things and be like, oh yeah, I would never do some shit like that,
No.
and I'm never gonna live that life.
But like the amount of people on Twitter that's saying fuck you Netflix, I'm like,
Yeah.
good. Fucking like I was one of them. Like I
Yeah.
tweeted about it, but it's
Yeah.
like, come on. It's like stop canceling good TV.
Yep.
You know, if you cancel the Babysitters Club, I could give a rat's ass about the Babysitters Club.
That's still a show.
It's still a show, you know, but like it was a good show for what people said it was for
Right.
that genre
For
of
that
fans.
demographic as well.
Yeah, but like for people like us that are into sci-fi, it's like there's a lot more out there than just you and I that are into this shit. There's millions of people that are like us.
Yeah.
And you had a show that was in your top 10, and then you just went, oh hey,
Yeah.
come on, like stop canceling shit.
Yeah, big time.
Like I get it with Cowboy Bebop, it's only one season, you know.
The original anime was just one series. Yeah.
But like for that, you could have kept going.
Oh yeah, that you could still build on it. But the fact that I think it's also the fact that like the original writer director for the anime passed away too.
Right,
recently.
But I mean, they still create Marvel, and Stan Lee's been gone for a few years.
Yeah, but they also have like 80 plus years of fucking comics.
Fine, but you know what I mean. It's like just you could have kept that show going with other writers. I mean, it. You know what? There, it falls right back into what we spoke about earlier. Scream 5 was done without Wes Craven. You can do it as long as the writing is there. John Cho literally fucking broke his knee filming this film or this series, and it was halted for like 6 months because he had to recover.
Yep.
But like, they all gave it their all, and like the show was so well done.
It was.
And then you just cancel it, and then.
But also what it is with that, what I'm trying to like, what kind of like throws what I hate is the fact that there's so many fanboys out there that hated the fucking show.
Oh yeah, like yeah, like
the fanboy, some of the fans, like fans are great, but they're a shithole at the same time.
They're the ones that were trying to compare it to the fucking Dragon Ball Z movie.
Right. It was way better than the Dragon Ball Z movie.
At least the main character in Cowboy Bebop was Asian.
Yeah.
They didn't whitewash it at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, but anyway, that's my little rant. I'm really pissed off at Netflix for trying to raise their prices and fucking canceling good TV.
Yeah, it sucks, dude. It sucks ass.
So hopefully, like, you know, there's enough outrage with this one at least that like we get, like, oh okay.
Yeah. Hopefully, let's cross our fucking fingers and hope that they actually do bring it back.
We need Archive 82.
Yeah. Basically, take it back to 82. That's when I was born. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody cares. We didn't ask.
Whatever. um, that leads us to some other shit that came out this week. Something that's super fucking sad. Uh, as you heard earlier when I started the show, started with the original, the DX entrance or whatever with
Yeah.
Billy Gunn and shit when they first started or whatever. But we got news that unfortunately, after serious fucking heart problems, Triple H pretty much um, decided to completely retire and not go into the ring ever again, or at least fight in the ring ever again, because it could be detrimental to his health if he does. He could fucking die, and that fucking sucks. Triple H has had a fantastic career from since he started. He's been really damn good, and what happened recently kind of sucks. It sucks bad.
Yeah, like a couple midway last year, he caught. We've heard that he went under the knife for heart surgery,
Yeah.
and we were all like, okay, what's going on with Triple H? And it turned out because he had also stepped down from NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so what happened is that he caught viral pneumonia,
Yep.
and viral pneumonia is no joke.
It's really not.
And so what happened is that um, the way he described it is that the blood pumping from your heart, like the amount of like, I forget how they calculate it, but like the amount of blood pumping out from his heart went from where it should be to where it's like you're one step away from, or as he put it, one pinfall away from where you don't want to be.
Yeah.
Um, and he had to think about his kids too, because he and Stephanie McMahon have three daughters, 15,
Mm-hmm.
13, and 11. And like that's a pivotal moment
Absolutely.
for children, not boy or girl. It's a pivotal moment
Yeah.
for your
For the
child
youth.
to, yeah. Um, and so yeah, so sadly he had to retire. He said that he still has a defibrillator in his chest.
That's crazy, dude.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, I just want to say thank you to Triple H for like a tremendous
Absolutely.
career,
Mm-hmm.
coming back from injuries. Like I mean, obviously like less horrible injuries than what you're having right now, but like,
Yeah.
I mean, I still remember he tore his quad and then still finished the match, and
Mm-hmm.
then came back about a year later and fucking blew up MSG
Yeah.
with that return.
Not literally, but
Yeah, you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah. No,
But
I know.
like, I mean, who would ever thought that like the snobby royal Triple H
Yeah. Yeah.
would
A
reinvent
complete
himself?
badass.
Yeah, go from fucking just DX to the whole like King of Kings evolution,
Mm-hmm.
and the fact that like two of his theme songs are done by Motorhead.
Yeah. I was just about to say that. Like the fact that he's brought amazing fucking theme songs
Yeah,
from amazing fucking bands.
which you knew he was gonna lose at WrestleMania whenever Motorhead played.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, I mean,
That's
the game,
that's a WWE thing of that too.
yeah.
You
But like
get you do these big old entrances and then they
but like
lose.
the game and King of Kings were just fucking dope ass tracks.
Yeah.
They're just dope Motorhead songs. Forget about being
Yeah.
WWE.
Absolutely.
And so like, yeah, I mean, or even earlier, like DX when they had the revamped theme and it was fucking Run DMC,
Mm-hmm.
which was still I still
It's
listen to
not
that
bad.
similar. I still listen to that every now and
Oh
again
yeah,
because
of
I'm like,
course.
um, but like, yeah, it's the fact that this injury was so bad from viral pneumonia that he had to call it quits.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks, but no, I get it. I'm a dad. You're a dad. It's like
Yeah.
you got to
You want to
do,
be there for your kids.
yeah. And like this is what I brought up to you before. It's like where our decision to get fit was we started up yoga again, and we're grateful for the DDPY.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's it's definitely been a game changer for me.
Absolutely.
Um, and like I still like at least this week we're reporting a retirement and not a sad passing.
Yeah, exactly.
Because last week losing Scott Hall still hits.
It sucks, dude.
It sucks.
Because you still see random shit online, and you're like, oh my
Oh
god.
yeah,
And like all the people that I follow, like they're
yeah.
retweeting like pictures or drawings. Some of the drawings that I've seen are fucking fantastic, dude.
Oh yeah.
Like some of these artists out there are like absolutely fucking phenomenal, dude.
Well, like for me, it's like I look when I watch the yoga video that I'm doing for the day, and I'm like, reach out, grab the ball. I'm like, and I still remember seeing the video of Scott Hall struggling to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you see him at the Hall of Fames, and he was in fit fucking shape, and
Mm-hmm.
then he went down tragic, and it sucks. And
Yeah,
the fact that Triple H chose to, I mean, he was semi-retired anyway.
yeah. He was only doing behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like he wrestled like a match a year or something
Yeah.
like that. It was something like light, and then like it sucks he didn't get
there's
to have
but
like
there's at that point if you really think about it, there's no such thing as a real light match.
right, but it sucks he didn't get to retire on a win or
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
But like,
What was it? Did he win his last match that he was in?
I don't remember.
Okay.
It's that long ago, but anyway, it doesn't matter. But the fact that he didn't get to fully retire the way he wanted to, he got
Yeah.
retired by a virus.
Yeah.
Um, but no, I get it. Family first. And
Absolutely. That's what I tell you all the time too. Like, yo, family
mhm,
first, dude. Especially when you're like when back when we were recording earlier, like not necessarily earlier, but when you were always like, oh yeah, I want to do stuff with my family. I want to be on the show. I'm like, yo,
mhm,
dude, just fucking work on your focus on your family, dude.
yeah.
The show will be here eventually.
But yeah,
It
I mean, I
sucks,
saw
dude.
you. It
It's sad.
sucks. I saw you like the tweet, but like the full story is that because you can only write so many characters on Twitter.
Hmm.
But the full story was that it was Ozfest 2002, and they were doing a WWF booth at Ozfest, and at the tables were Triple H, possibly Coach. Um, at the other table was Ozzy, Sharon, and the two kids.
Nice.
And I forget who the other two WWE staff were.
Hmm.
But they had this Ozfest like press conference, and I was there, and I got to meet Triple H that day,
Oh, nice.
and like he signed something for me, but like the marker I had taken with me because I was in a rush, I just grabbed the marker and left. Um, he had signed the thing, but beforehand he's like, "Yo, your marker's dead." I'm like, "Shit," and he's like, "Hold on," and he sees a stagehand. He's like, "Yo, guy," and it. And he's like, "You got a marker?" And he's like, "Yeah, here." And he's like, "That dude just saved your autograph," and like he
Oh, that's
autographed,
cool, dude.
and then like, I got to talk to him for like in the minute after that. I'm like, "How do you feel? How's the leg?" And he's like, "It's there," like I was like, "I'm glad you're back." He's like, "Thanks," and then that was it, or something in that realm. But yeah, it's great. Like Triple H, one of like the staples in my wrestling generation,
Oh
and
yeah, for sure.
definitely
He was he
yours.
was just he was one of the big staples, the big one of the big dudes that was around when fucking the Attitude Era for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of my favorite parts of the Attitude Era.
Same,
Yeah.
100%. Like, in fact, I had reposted it on Twitter on the thank you. I took the SH Figure Arts Triple H that I have, and I took the old laptop, uh, and I had the screen of the King of Kings Titantron,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
did like some like toy photography with that,
Mm-hmm.
and like I had to put that up there as a sign off because like
Of
that's
course.
that's just great.
Yeah, it is. It is. It absolutely is. It's sad that it went down that way. It sucks
Yeah,
that they can't continue as far as wrestling.
I know. And,
Yeah.
and though he's old in the ring, he's still a young guy.
Yeah.
he's in his 50s, like mid
something like
50s,
that.
but it's like, I guess it's also like he got cut short for a reason,
Yeah,
because not everybody gets to, go out like that.
yeah.
We
Or,
don't need a
it could have been way worse.
yeah, we don't need a Randy the Ram situation going on.
Yeah, yeah. You don't need that.
We don't need to start playing Springsteen's the wrestler.
Oh boy. Yeah, no, 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 no.
uh,
Yeah,
so yeah,
but yeah, that's sad shit, dude.
sad shit.
Well, thankfully, there are still other wrestlers that are pretty decent over there. Um, yeah. So here's to Triple H, dude.
Yeah.
Here's the Triple H.
Well, you can't really cheers with water. It's bad luck.
Whatever. Whatever. Um, I guess it's time for some geek shit.
Yeah, let's do
we've
it.
been having a lot of fun. Not getting into the geek shits yet, but it's time. It's time for the main event. Speaking of Rampage time. Um,
Yeah, that's right.
but we got some awesome news this week. Something that's super fucking exciting. A few things that are super exciting because it wasn't too many things that came out this week, or too many things that we noticed. First thing we kind of spoke about uh, Nova and the Nova core that we saw originally back in the first Guardians of the Galaxy. They had the Nova core.
Right.
But we got news this week that they actually have a new writer for Nova. So they are going to be working on that. And the writer for this is going to be the dude that's doing Moon Knight,
Which is great.
which is fucking cool because the dude that's doing Moon Knight so far, from what we've seen, because Moon Knight still hasn't come out yet, looks fucking dope.
I can't wait
So
for it.
yeah,
We have
it looks fucking
five
great.
more days at the time
Yeah,
of this podcast, at the
yeah,
recording. 5 more days.
yep. Super fucking exciting. Um, so I really want to see that. I want to see that. I want to see what they're gonna do with it. Especially like Nova's one of those characters. You're like, oh, what are they gonna do with him? Especially
Uh-huh.
since like, are they gonna go with the older version of Nova? Or are they gonna go with the younger version of Nova? What are they gonna do with it? How are they gonna introduce him into the MCU?
Like, are we gonna get like Ultimate Spider-Man teen version of Nova?
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see what's gonna happen and how things are gonna play out. Because I'm down for it, dude.
Me too.
Especially if things are gonna be looking the way that they did in or the way they're going to be looking, or they should be looking in Moon Knight.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be very interesting. Super excited for it. I love what Marvel's been doing a lot lately. So
Yeah.
I'm ready for it. Give me more.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Uh, there's some other shit that came out this week. Of course, we've been huge proponents of the Harley Quinn show.
Yes.
We got news. Not only just that Harley Quinn, but we've also been fans of What We Do in the Shadows.
Yes. I still need to finish season 3, but yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And we got news that of course Harley Quinn, they always bring in other characters from the DC universe. And this week we got news that they're getting Nightwing in season 3 of Harley Quinn. But not only are they getting Nightwing, but Harvey Guillen, who is from What We Do in the Shadows, he's big Guillermo in What We Do in the Shadows,
Guillermo.
is going to be playing Nightwing. Super fucking cool. He is a really good actor.
He is. I'm trying to think. I saw him in something recently too. I'm trying to think what
He's in a bunch of commercials too.
he is. But I watched something not that long ago. I'm like, holy shit, it's Guillermo.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of things recently. Like I saw him. I think it was in a movie. Um, I don't remember what movie it was, but it was really good. It was really fun. Like he is a good fucking actor, dude.
He really is. Uh, got the IMDb up at the moment. Um, well, here's one. He's 3 episodes in Human Resources, which is the spinoff to Big Mouth.
Okay, yeah, I have not watched that version of Big Mouth yet. which I'm kind of
Yeah,
excited to watch.
yeah. It just dropped this week. Oh,
Okay,
that's what
it
we've
was in
seen him doing. So,
Reacher.
yeah,
Yeah,
he
another
was the fucking
fantastic fucking show.
he was the fucking the crime scene
The
investigator.
coroner, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He was
Uh,
so good at that, dude.
he's been an archer. Oh, okay, that's right. I didn't see it yet, but he was in fucking Werewolves Within.
Okay, okay. I don't think I've watched
Um.
that one either.
Uh. Oh, okay. He was on an episode of The Good Place. He's done some stuff.
He's done a lot of minor roles,
Yeah, yeah.
in little itty bitty things. But he's been all over the place.
He was on an episode of Documentary Now.
Ha, that's funny.
That's a fucked up show.
Yeah, it is.
But no, like I'm happy he's getting work because he's fucking great. Like,
Yeah, he really is. He really is. He knows what he's doing. Like
mm-hmm.
he's a really good, especially
like
that he's very underrated. Like, not many people
he,
know about him.
right. Like in my opinion, I think Shadows was like his big break. And like he really took the part to his own. Like he really basically sculpted Guillermo.
Mm-hmm.
Like they gave him the script, of course, and he went with it, but he just made it his. And over the course of, the 2+ seasons that I've seen, he's great. So like, I'm really curious to see how he's gonna portray Nightwing.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see what they're gonna do with that. But he's fucking good. We're praising him. Like he's fucking good. He's a really good dude. He's a really good actor.
Mm-hmm.
He has very good comedic timing too, which I love.
Absolutely.
That's something that's very interesting that came out. Going along with the DC stuff. We got news that well, we've kind of already known that they're doing a Gotham Knights series
Yeah.
for, unfortunately, for the CW.
Yeah.
But we got some interesting news this week that if you're a fan of Supernatural, you know Misha Collins, who played what's his face in Supernatural?
Yeah, he was
Castiel.
Yeah, Castiel.
Um, he's gonna be playing Harvey Dent in Gotham Knights, which is fucking interesting. Because Harvey Dent is one of those characters you're like, he could be really good or he could be a really bad guy.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's all about the flip of the coin.
yeah, exactly. So I am very excited to see what they're gonna do with him for Gotham Knights.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see it because, of course, we had the Gotham TV show,
And they had Harvey Dent, and that actor was perfect for the time, but it
Yeah.
went nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's also because the Harvey Dent didn't really become Two-Face until Batman was like year 2.
Yeah, exactly. And he was barely he was year -0 in this show. Yeah.
I mean,
But
that final season of Gotham, it was rushed, and there should have been like a little bit of an extension to
a little
really,
bit.
because like all of a sudden it's like they flash forward like really quick, and now Jim Gordon has a mustache, and
Yeah.
there's this kid dressed up in weird hockey pads.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
Yeah. They kind of rushed that. It was. I'm not gonna say it was bad because I did enjoy
terrible.
saying an older version of Bruce.
Yeah.
And pretty much all, and Selena Kyle too. Like she was pretty good. Like the girl that played Selena Kyle's been in a few things since then.
Yeah.
But like I'm kind of excited to see what they're gonna do with Harvey.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah.
Especially because Misha Collins has range. Like, I mean, he debuted on Supernatural in season 3, and he was with them for 12 years, and his character, Castiel, grew on so many levels, and the actor grew too, and like, his final scene in the final few episodes of the final season of Supernatural was so fucking heart-wrenching and gut-wrenching, and you wanted to cry along with him because like you see how much his character fell in love with his new Earthling's family, and then just Thanos, into non-existence to like help save the world, you know. But like, yeah. So I'm excited to see where he's gonna take Harvey Dent.
Hell yeah, dude! I want to see it. I'm very very curious to see what they're gonna do with this. Because of course, I've always said, I'm a fan of the bats. I love the bats, and then seeing possibilities of more things with the bats, whether it's a Batman story or even the Batman's Rogue Gallery. Seeing things with them would be very
Right,
cool.
like you and I spoke about it last week or 2 weeks ago, where like we're both excited that Colin Farrell's getting a Penguin spinoff.
Yes, yes, exactly.
So
Oh, what we didn't speak about earlier. Oh, well, we can actually talk about now. Wait, after no, let's not talk about that yet. Let's talk about that in just a little bit.
just a
Uh,
little bit.
yeah, just a little bit, just a little bit. Um, Another thing that came out this week that was really fucking interesting to me and to you because we touched on it just a little bit earlier. Uh, we're looking forward to Wednesday Adams or Wednesday coming to Netflix with Jenna Ortega, who we saw in Scream, and she's in a bunch of shit also.
Hmm.
I think the first thing I saw her in was what was it? You.
Right,
She was in season 2 of You.
that's
Um,
correct.
she was great in that. And I'm glad that she's doing a lot more things, and
Hmm.
excited to see her actually playing Wednesday in the new remake or whatever, not remake, but I guess the extension of the Addams Family because it takes place with her in her teens
Hmm.
or like early teens, early college years or whatever.
Right.
But we got news that somebody that's been added to the cast that has been Wednesday before. I'm talking about Christina Ricci, who played Wednesday Adams in the two Adams Family movies that came out
Hmm.
with Raul Julia back in the day. So I'm very excited to see what's going to happen with this. Of course,
Oh,
she's not going to be playing Wednesday,
right,
but from what we read in the article is that she took over Thora Birch's part. They
right.
didn't really mention who she's going to be in that, but this is exciting shit, dude.
It really is.
Because I don't think I've seen Christina. Have we seen Christina Ricci in a lot of shit recently?
Not recently.
Okay.
Like I hadn't seen her in God. I think the last thing I ever seen her in was like Black Snake Moan.
Okay. Okay.
That's a
Yeah,
while
but I, I,
ago.
th- I think she's done something since then though. Like I think she's done
She's definitely been working. I just don't remember what.
right. I'm gonna IMDb that right now because I don't remember either. Let's see, Christina Ricci. Christina Ricci. Last thing she was in, of course, she was in Speed Racer, which was not a great movie, but it wasn't a bad movie either. She's been in recently. Actually, she's been in Yellow Jackets, which I haven't watched, but I heard is really good.
I heard is really good too.
She
She
was in
was,
the Matrix Revolutions, dude, or Resurrections.
yeah, but like I only watched that movie once and I don't care.
Yeah, I didn't care either. She was also in an episode of Rick and Morty. Uh, Cinnamon Toast, don't know what the fuck that is. She was in 3 episodes of 50 States of Fright, which actually sounds pretty interesting, which I might
Hmm.
wind up watching. Percy vs. Goliath, I don't know what the fuck that is. Hereafter, which is a movie, don't know what that is.
So she's done some shit.
Yeah, she's been pretty busy. This is all within the last, what, 2 years?
Yeah.
10 things we should do before we break up. It's another movie that she did.
Hmm.
There's a few things that's there that she's done. She was a voice in Teen Titans and Judas Contract.
Interesting.
Yeah. So she's been in a few things. She was in Z, the beginnings of everything. Don't know what the fuck
Hmm.
that is, but that was 10 episodes of something. Okay. What else? What else? What else? What else? A whole bunch of random other shits. So she's been somewhat busy. Oh, she was in the Lizzie Borden movie.
Interesting.
Yes, she played a serial killer. You heard about the Lizzie Borden story, right?
Oh, of course.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, so she was in that. So that's one thing that I'm okay. I want to see that now because I didn't know that came out. But yeah, Christina Ricci in Wednesday. Excited to see what we're gonna do with it. I'm also excited the fact that we've mentioned on the show before, but Louis Guzman is gonna be playing Gomez. It's fucking dope because I fucking love Louis Guzman. Louis Guzman.
He's in, like that dude is just like he he's like Craig Robinson. He just shows up
Yeah, and he's good. He's good at
and
what he
he's fucking
does.
good.
Yeah. And
But
the funny shit is like he doesn't live in New York anymore. He has a
right?
fucking ranch in fucking Nashville,
Yeah.
which is fucking insane.
One of my favorite characters he's ever played was in Boogie Nights.
Yeah, he's fucking great.
Yeah.
And then who was it? Catherine Zeta-Jones is
Mm-hmm.
Morticia.
That's a great cast.
It's a fantastic fucking cast so far for this.
I'm
So
excited.
I'm excited for this. I want
I'm
to see what they're
excited to
gonna
see where
do.
this goes.
Hell yeah.
Like, I mean, truthfully, it's gonna be interesting because, like, for me, the only Adams Family that I know is Adams Family and Adams Family Values.
Yeah.
You know, with the cast of its time. I mean,
Yep.
Raul Julia, Angelica Houston, Christopher
Yep.
Lloyd,
Yep.
introducing Christina Ricci.
Yep.
And then in the sequel, you had Joan Cusack. Uh, there's the blonde bratty chick from Camp went on to do some shit.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I remember her.
I think she was was she the cheerleader slash secretary from the Buffy series?
I think so.
And then
Yeah.
Angel.
I think so.
Um, and then you had fucking I don't know what happened to Pugsley,
Yeah.
but like um, the fucking dude that played Lurch is
Mhm.
still creepy as fuck. He was in he showed up last thing I saw him in was in Gerald's game with Carlo Gugino.
Okay.
This the one from dude who created fucking Hill House and shit.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's the one where Carlo Gugino is like literally handcuffed to a bedpost and she has to figure out how to escape because
Okay.
because it's like her and her husband are mid foreplay and he dies and
Ha ha.
they're in a cabin in
Nice.
the woods and then it's like um how do I get out of these handcuffs? The key is like on the table. I can't reach it. What do I do? And they're
Nice.
tight. They're tight enough where she can't slip out.
Yeah, because that's what you do, right?
Yep.
That's yeah.
Handcuffed to a bedpost and then die.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but
That's a
no,
sad way to go too.
it, I think that's on Netflix. That's a fucked up movie. I watched it around Halloween.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I gotta check it out.
Um,
Another thing I have to check out. Very cool.
it like check out Gerald's Game. Check out Hush. It's a lot of the same people that he put in like his TV shows.
Okay, okay, I'll take it.
Um, and so like uh the other thing that is really who else was in Adam's Family Values? So yeah, it introduced us to fucking David Krumholtz.
Yeah, that's right. It did.
He was the love interest, the boyfriend of
Uh huh.
Wednesday,
Yep.
who basically got scared to death at the end.
Poor guy. Poor guy.
Yeah, but no,
Yeah,
it's like so I'm really curious to see where they're gonna take this.
absolutely. I'm
You
very
know,
excited to
because
see what we're gonna do.
now it's like I mean, obviously now it's gonna be like a modern thing because it was at least you would think, right? That like now it's like she's in school. There's cell phones and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm really intrigued.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, and Jenna Ortega is fucking perfect for the role.
She's great, dude.
You
She's
know,
really
like
good. She plays a really good team,
she does. Like,
and
I
I'm
mean,
excited to see what they're gonna do with her as a emo team.
yes, as 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 an emo teen indeed.
Yes.
Um, but no, I'm excited for it.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm very excited. And then the final piece that we're gonna talk about, something that came out this week that was very interesting. We've seen the Batman.
Yes, we
We
have.
saw the, final scene of the Batman.
Mm-hmm.
But this week was released online a deleted scene from the Batman. And can we say spoilers, or is it well, the fact that it's on the internet doesn't fucking need a spoiler
It,
alert?
if you have access to the internet, it's no longer a spoiler.
Right, and also like if you're listening to the show, like you obviously have access to the internet, so
Right.
you've probably
Like,
seen it already.
and we literally gave a 2 week break to, watch the
Yeah,
Batman
yeah, pretty much.
with ample time and plenty of us saying spoiler talk.
Yes, yes. So
So
I guess no spoiler alert. We're just gonna fucking say it. Um, we the last scene in the Batman was basically uh Riddler talking to the Joker in Arkham, and we just got like what 2 minutes of it,
about
and that
yeah,
was it.
and like
This,
you heard like the faint laugh, and you're like, okay,
yeah, you kind of got the like, oh yeah, we got it. He's gonna be in the next one or whatever eventually. And then we get this this deleted scene, which is when Batman goes to Arkham to kind of Hannibal Lecter this Joker,
mm-hmm.
and it is a great fucking scene. It's a good 5 minutes,
Yeah,
but he's literally he's clearly starting talking to fucking Hannibal,
yeah,
and I was like, I can see why this wasn't in the movie because at this point it would have had 18 other movies they were talking through
yeah.
because they had moments of what is it fucking everything. I can't even think about it right now. But this would have this is essentially this exact same thing that we saw from fucking from Hannibal,
Yeah.
and I'm not mad about it.
No, no.
But I want to see more.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, because like they already, the Batman was already influenced by so many other films.
Yes.
Just the handful that I got, just immediately by watching it. Obviously, Silence of the Lambs and anything
Yes.
Hannibal Lecter,
Yes.
Zodiac,
Yes.
Chinatown,
Yep.
French Connection,
Seven.
and
Seven.
Seven.
Yeah.
But French Connection with the
Yeah.
the chase.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that I watched a video earlier, one thing that I thought was really dope, and so Matt Reeves is a fan of film, right?
Yeah.
You could tell. That's why these
Absolutely.
movies. That's why his take on this movie was basically a love letter to all these other films that
Yeah.
influenced this movie.
For sure.
Um, so with the French Connection, what they did was the infamous scene where Gene Hackman is chasing down the train. Um, and if I don't know if you've seen it, but anybody who's never seen the French Connection, you really need to rectify
Yeah.
that. It's probably one of Gene
Absolutely.
Hackman's best films.
Yep.
And so, uh, basically, what they did was they strapped the camera to the front end of the car, and they sped up the frame rate, so it made it look like he was going faster than he really was. And so Matt Reeves did that with the chase with Batman chasing after Cobblepot.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the infamous scene that you see from the trailers, or like the "I got you, you crazy son of a bitch,"
Mm-hmm.
like his reaction when the car jumps through the flame,
Was a
that's
real reaction.
that's Colin Farrell's actual reaction to
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Not his reaction to no one recognizing him in Starbucks with the makeup
Yeah.
on.
They were like,
That
holy shit, that
yeah,
really happened.
yeah.
Yeah. Fucking
So
great.
that is dope as fuck. Um, yeah. So like I said, there's Chinatown. There's Seven, as we spoke about. There's Taxi Driver's another one.
Yep.
Like this is really a love letter to film.
Yep.
But
Absolutely.
done in a superhero story.
Yep.
Even though Batman's really not a superhero,
No, he's not.
he's this, as we've said numerous
At this
numerous
point, he is a
occasions.
vigilante. Like
Yeah, he's
he's the
vengeance.
anti-hero. Yeah, he is
He's
vengeance.
vengeance.
Yeah.
Who are you? He's vengeance.
Yeah. Yeah.
like, uh, like the fucking Twilight meme. Who's that? That's vengeance.
So good.
So fucking good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I see why this was cut. First off, you didn't need an additional 5 minutes onto the 3 hour film.
No, he didn't need another 5 minutes.
The
But
Batman
what
was,
they could have essentially done, they could have actually cut out a lot of shit from the movie because there were a lot of things that are just like, okay,
I guess, but like there was a lot of, as we've said in the past, like the slow parts were needed.
yeah, yeah,
So,
there were a lot of needed parts in there.
but like I think immediately if you would have brought in the Joker scene in that movie,
Yeah,
it would have taken away the shine
from the
of Paul
Riddler.
Dano.
Yep.
Because like forgetting about him covered in the mask and the Army Navy surplus store supplies, his scene in the hospital
Yeah.
where he's like Bruce Wayne, Bruce Wayne, Bruce Wayne, and like you just see like the wheels clicking in his head and like a puzzle, and like he's trying to open up his version of like I forget the name of the like one of those like fancy puzzles with the code, but
Oh yeah, yeah. Like,
like we're like with the dial.
yeah, like the
Um,
kind of like guess quoting fucking Doctor Who. It's like a Pandora's box and shit.
uh-huh. Similar.
Yeah.
But like the wheels clicking in his head, like Bruce Wayne, but not
Mm-hmm.
guessing that that's clearly Bruce Wayne.
Yep.
And so like that whole moment in the hospital, just him just staring down, all creepy as fuck,
Yeah.
just dead-eyed, deadpanned.
Yep.
Didn't care about his broken glasses that got smashed on the counter when they got him, and like it's yeah, it's such a love letter to psychopaths.
Yeah. It really is.
And so like I think if you would have put um the Joker in that for that one scene more than
Mm-hmm.
that infamous like prisoner talk,
Yeah.
it would have taken away from it. So I'm actually
Yeah.
happy it got cut.
Yeah.
Will we see a director's cut of the movie when it hits HBO? We don't know.
Probably.
Uh, we have about 2.5 weeks before it hits
Yeah.
HBO.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I'm excited, and it's the kid from fucking Eternals,
Yes.
who's
Which he was actually pretty good at Eternals.
see, I still don't want to watch that. The movie looks that movie looked boring as fuck.
It kind of is. You're not wrong about that, but there are a lot of things in there that kind of show you where a lot of the MCU comes from.
Uh,
Yeah.
uh,
You don't need to watch it, like I said, but
uh.
like there are a lot of things that it kind of hints at. Okay, yeah, oh, this is how this happens. This is where this comes from for this other person. So kind of shows you how the past somewhat influences the future.
Yeah, I guess.
So it's not a bad watch. It's not as bad as a lot of people are portraying it to be. But again, I also saw it, you know, when it came out on fucking Disney. So, um, what I loved about this little scene was that the Joker's fucked up in this,
Yes.
and he literally says like, "Yo, like this was technically a year after he got caught. He's been
Yeah.
in prison for a year,
Yeah.
so
So
Batman
Batman,
caught the Joker in his first year.
while he was more raw than he was,
Yeah,
because he was still raw, but
yeah,
he was, now 2 years into this.
yeah. So could it be that the reason the Joker looks the way he looks be because of Batman?
Right.
Like we only got a glimpse of it, but his face was fucked up. Like he had scars on his face. His mouth was all shut and like halfway or whatever. His face was pushed in on the other side. His hands were super bloody the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
So there's so many things you're just like, how did all that happen? That's what I'm curious about. So I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with it.
I'm excited too.
So we'll see what they're gonna have for the Batman 2 and how they continue with this whole Joker storyline. I want to see where it goes.
I'm excited to see where this goes because I trust Matt Reeves.
Yeah, for real. Matt Reeves is done pretty damn good so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. So I think that pretty much wraps it up, right?
Yeah. I think that's it. We seem to covered everything.
We covered a lot of shit.
Yeah, for not a lot of news, there was a lot of news.
Yeah, exactly. We had a good amount of news this week, so I love it. I love it.
Like we had, we had our geek shit, but we sort of gave you a slam cast in a way.
Yeah. We did talk about a decent amount of wrestlings in there. We had a lot of what did we do ahead of times as well,
Yeah.
like what we've been doing and shit. So
So
we got a good show. What's up?
I was gonna say let's have our fan base decide.
Yeah.
So we'll I guess we'll put a poll on Twitter or something.
Uh-huh.
Do we talk wrestling on this show or do we bring back the Slamcast?
Ooh.
So let our fans decide this.
Yeah. I'm down for that. I'm down for
You
that.
know, I
Uh-huh.
mean, we could always still talk select wrestling things on the show when
Right.
breaking news hits like Triple H retiring and last
Yeah,
week
of course.
Scott Hall. But if we're gonna go in depth detailing of AEW and I guess WWE,
Yeah.
but it, let let's have the fans decide this one. Let's see out there if you guys want a full Slamcast back,
Mm-hmm.
and we can call it something different. It doesn't have to be the
Yeah.
Slamcast. We can
Or we could just wait. We just. I was gonna say wrestles up, but that's a whole thing already. Um, we talk wrestlings.
yeah,
Talk the wrestlings.
yeah, like I mean we could come up with a clever name
Yeah.
aside from the Slamcast.
Yeah.
You know, which I think Khalik came up with that name.
I think he did too. Yeah.
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 So you tell us what do you want?
Yeah.
You want a new show? You want a new title? A
Yep.
brand new show? And you want a reboot?
Yeah.
You know,
2.0.
that's that's such a that's such a horrible name for creative. That's just bad creative. Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Jericho's on fire with those fucking quips about
He's
WWE.
he's good, man.
I mean, it all started when they were yelling out "We the People,"
Yeah.
and he's like, "That's a bad name or bad gimmick from bad creative."
Yeah.
And then now the fact that he's now considering himself a sports entertainer and not a professional wrestler.
Fucking hilarious. He has a whole stable of sports entertainers.
And let us not forget he used the term future endeavors,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
He just full on just shot down all that bullshit where it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's his name has been released. We wish him the best in his future endeavors.
Uh huh.
The same fucking corporate email.
Fucking hilarious, yo. I
So
love it.
and and really side note with him, holy shit, he looks in the best shape of his life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Because he's probably staying off the booze. He's probably staying off the booze and working the fuck out.
you know, he, he's he looks like he's about 10 years younger than he is.
Yeah. Yeah.
So hey, if I mean obviously, he has a shit ton of money and could hire trainers and shit, but
Yeah.
it goes to show you that he put work in, and I'm younger than well, you and I are younger than him. We could put work in and come up with the same results as long as we stick to it. Obviously, it's not going to be as fast,
Yeah.
but you put the work in,
You get your good shit out.
you know.
Yeah.
So, for me, I mean, like I'm skipping tomorrow and Sunday to get the proper rest, but then Monday's back at it, and that'll be day 20,
Oh yeah.
and so on. And the goal is, obviously I want to look best for. Well, I want to look better than I do when it comes down to my kid's birthday next month. But
Oh,
like,
that's
I
completely
want to
fair. Yeah.
by my birthday by June 12th this year when I turn 42, I want to be in the best shape of my life.
Hell yeah, dude.
You know,
You can
take
do it.
take back my life one soreness at a time.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
As I'm stretching and this hurts.
it's
But it ain't a
it's a
bad
good goal
thing.
to have, dude.
It's not a bad thing. It's a good
Yeah,
thing.
absolutely. It's a great thing.
It's a great thing.
Yeah, so I guess that wraps it up for this week. So, guys, make sure you go to InnerCityGeeks.net where we have a whole bunch of shit. Of course, we have this show. We have Price of G Presents. We had this popping. We also have Comics Was the World, Manga Time, Anime World, uh, the ICGPW Slamcast, which could be coming back. So, who knows?
Yeah, you let us know.
We also have Good Games, the Inner City Geeks Turntable, First Watch, and so much other random shit up there because we got a lot of shit. We also got the Inner City Geeks webcomic that's there, and we haven't had it in quite a while. But Alex says he's working on shit, so we'll see.
We'll see.
We have all that. Then we also have some pretty cool fucking places to go to check out some shits. Get your first month free of Amazon Prime. Click that link, takes you there. Go, have some fun on Amazon. There's a bunch of shit you get. Of course, you get your first month free of Amazon Prime, which includes free deliveries of shit, also next day deliveries of shit. But then there's also like Prime Video, where you can get a lot of cool shit up there. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of cool videos, a lot of cool TV shows, a lot of cool movies.
You can watch
Um,
Diabolical, the boys
yeah,
cartoon.
yeah,
You can watch Invincible. You can watch The
yeah,
Boys season 1 and 2 and gear up for
yep,
season 3.
absolutely. Or you can watch the Marvelous Miss Maisels if those shows aren't that thing for you, which is another fantastic show. They just put up season 3. Also Reacher, who we just spoke about just recently, earlier on the
Mm-hmm.
show, with Guillermo was on that show. Also, another cool show that's on there, Upload. They just had season 2 of Upload is up there. Check that shit out. Um,
Pretty
so
solid
get
movies like The Tomorrow War.
yeah, a lot of cool shit, man. Go check out Amazon Prime. It's fucking dope. Then get your first month free if you just click that link, so you can test it out if you don't have it yet. We got all that shit. Then, if you click on the links in the descriptions, we have links to Fight TV, which is another pretty cool fucking place to watch some wrestling shits. Of course, they have the big shows. Of course, not WWE stuff, but they do have Impact. Impact is coming out. Has another pay per view this weekend. I think it is. I think
Hmm.
it's No Surrender. I think something like that. Impact is great. They have a lot of good wrestling over there. They also have GCW stuff over there. I think this week they have or this week or next week they have a 2-nighter.
Ooh.
Yeah, GCW is really good. I like that shit.
Mm-hmm.
They also have a lot of indies that go up for free, so you can watch all that shit up there too. So go check that out. And a lot of ROH random things pop up every now and again, so you can check that out too. Um, So yeah, click the link in the descriptions of the episode to go to Fight TV, get some fight stuff. Go see that shit. Also, they have some MMA stuff up there if you're into the MMAs, into the full contact the body hits. Okay, knock the fuck out. check out Fight TV. Got a lot of cool shit up there, like I said. Then continuing on, there's a link to Sideshow Collectibles, where you get some pretty cool fucking toys because we love fucking toys here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not love
We do,
fucking
yeah.
toys, but you know what I mean. We love toys. We love toys. Um, there are a lot of cool shit there. A lot of cool figures. A lot of cool toys. A lot of cool things that look really fucking good. Like if you think McFarlane toys look good, check out most of these choice from Star, from Sideshow. Some of them are like mind-bogglingly dope
Mm-hmm.
because they aren't just figures; they're like full-on sculptures.
Yeah.
A lot of them are full-on sculptures, so they look really good. They got a lot of detail, a lot of cool shit. So check all that shit out over there. Sideshow. Then we got CBDMD. You get some pretty cool CBD stuff over there for a decent price because, of course, we want decent prices. We don't want to get beat over the head with shit.
Right.
Then there's So Sick Clothing Company. We get some pretty cool designer shirts. Not necessarily designers, but design shirts, designed by geeks for geeks. A lot of cool shit over there, like hats, hoodies, like I said again, shirts. So much cool shit. And then type in Inner City Geeks for 15% off over there. So go do that for 15% off. Go to soesicclothing.co. So it's SOESIC clothing.co. And then Inner City Geeks for 15% off. Go do that. Then there's Beard Octane because we love our beards. And I know you love your beard if you have a beard.
Mm-hmm.
So check out Beard Octane for some really, really good beard products, whether it's beard oils, balms, butters, some tools for your beard to trim it from time to time, get a nice look, get it looking nice. Um, and then type in ICG10 for 10% off of your entire purchase. Cause why not? Cause we all like discounts. So yes,
Mm-hmm.
check all that shit out. So check out all those places because they're pretty dope, and we're giving it to you so you guys can have some fun times. Then you could find the show on SoundCloud, on Stitcher Radio, on Google Podcasts, and on
How the
motherfucking
fuck in
Spotify.
Spotify?
But not only can you find it on Spotify, you could also rate the fucking show on Spotify as well. I just found
Mm-hmm.
that out this week. We've been talking about Spotify forever, and I just found out that you can actually rate the podcast on Spotify. So go check that shit out. Go give us a rating, whether it's a 1-star rating or if it's a 5-star rating to you. However you feel, give us a rating. Go check it out. Um, then you can find us on the socials. So facyspace.com. So that's Inner City Geeks. For those that don't know, Facey Space is Facebook. Um, but I'm pretty sure you know that by now.
I hope
Uh,
so.
I absolutely would hope so. Um, so yeah, facyspace.com. So that's Inner City Geeks. On Twitter, that's Inner City Geeks. On Instagram at Inner City Geeks. And where can we find you, Senor Bry?
You could find me sore as fuck from yoga.
Yeah.
While sitting in my swing set of a chair.
Ooh.
You could find me itching to get some food and watch No Exit.
Yes. Yes.
But more importantly, you can find me on all the social medias too. You can check me out on both Twitter and Instagram at BRI2J Presents. It's so nice having that as one full sentence and not, you
Right?
can find me here.
It's fucking
Uh,
great.
it's fucking great. You can, of course, check me out on YouTube, Bright2J Presents, which you could also go to bright2jpresents.com, which has links to this, little thing we do every Friday. And then of course you could check out older classic videos and blogs and shit. And I took a bit of a hiatus again, but like I am coming back very very soon. I know I have stuff to finish writing and recording and whatnot, but I got kids, man.
Yeah, you got a life.
Yeah, so find me on those. Check those out. Like, share, subscribe. Hit the little notification bell thingy. Comment. I'll say hi.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yep.
Sweet.
Where can we find you?
Awesome. We can find me on the Instagram and the Twitters at Mr. Jackal, MistrJackal. And thank you guys for listening. We appreciate the fuck out of you. You guys are the best. You guys always bring a smile to my face. A smile. Super big smile. Not necessarily like the Joker smile, but not maniacal.
So to quote Dennis Leary, it gets us in the cockles of our hearts.
Yeah, exactly.
maybe in the maybe maybe in the subcoccygeal, maybe in the subcoccygeal area. Maybe in the liver, maybe in the kidneys. We don't know.
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, thanks guys for listening. Thank you guys for sharing the show. Thanks you guys for always being there for us. We appreciate you guys. Um, and like always, don't be a dick, but always remember that the geeks shall inherit the earth.